Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Decisive podcast series. I am your host, Roberto Q. Ingram, and welcome to the second season. This is episode number 7 of Spotlight Edition. And I loving it because after 100 episodes across audio and video, Decisive has continued to give you honest stories about how music shapes creativity, struggles, and the successes across generations and professions. Now, if you enjoy these conversations, make sure you subscribe and follow and share the episodes. It really helps us a lot in bringing you stories about people behind the music. Today, I have a special guest. I really love him. He makes me happy. And by the name, we call him Häppy, by the way, but he prefers Robotiq, and he is the founder, co-founder, shall I say, of NOK NOK Records here in Munich City. Please welcome to the show, Decisive Podcast Series, Spotlight Edition, Robotiq. Look at that. He always makes me laugh.
All good, guys. Hello, Roberto.
How you
Hey,
doing, buddy?
very good. How's
You
it
good?
going?
You sell a lot of records today?
Kind of a couple, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Always, yes.
I'm looking forward to the Orlando Vorn.
Yeah, it's waiting.
Okay,
Is it a
cool.
crate for you? I
Before
have a
we,
Roberto crate.
uh, you know what? I remember shopping long ago with Lester, and he used to always have a crate for me. He used to
hmm
always call, and he always kind of knew exactly what I wanted. I was so excited about
hmm
that because it
hmm
really helps you to buy more records.
Yes, yes. And I could tell the same about you because you also had a crate for me back in the days, and Hubi from Netronic, for example, which was who was your neighbor, and he was also always preparing my crate for me. And when I came, was easier to get into this mess of records.
Mm,
And
that's
you
cool.
got in, and you were in the flow right away. And then it was easier to listen to new stuff. And
Somehow our passions are just joined by the elbow.
yes, why?
before I get into everything about you today, I want to go
hmm
back to where it all started. I know years ago I was working at Parasound, a friend of thought, which Alex Kühl was also one of those persons that really knew how to buy records, where to buy them,
Yes.
and always was on top of it. And I remember you making phone calls,
hmm
and we were playing music over the phone for you. And then later,
Yes.
after 30 years, we reconnected in that passion through DJing and collecting records and building NOK NOK Records. I want to go back to the beginning. Tell us about that experience of buying records over the phone. What was that like
So
for you?
it was. I mean, it was awesome. I was 16 years old, fresh 16, and it was my first love parade, by the way, back in the days in '96. And I met a lot of nice people, also from Munich. You know, I was living
Mhm,
in the
mhm,
countryside in the south of Munich.
mhm,
I
mhm,
wasn't
mhm,
living here. And as we got into the train to Berlin, we met some very nice people, and we had a really good trip to Berlin, and we stayed there together, we partied together, and it was a nice experience with them, and a super great time. And as we came back home, we kept in touch. And so I was visiting the friends a couple of weeks later, and I was asking, "Hey, where are the record stores and so on?" And so she took me directly to the Parasound. I think it was Container before, right?
Container records, and then
It was Container
yeah,
Records
and then
before
yeah,
Parasound. Yes, it
mhm,
was in the Hesseloher Straße, Münchner
mhm.
Freiheit.
Music Friday, yeah.
Never forget about this, you know. And so that was the first time I met you guys, like Max Cavalera, Alex Kühl, and you. I don't know if Max was working
Max was also working there.
'96. I'm not sure,
Yeah.
but that was for me absolute game changer. You know, I was totally caught in this cosmos from this moment on,
Mm.
because now I recognize that this moment created the wish to work in a record store or to open a record store one time. So, and that was a big switch now, 28 years later. But okay, we
Yeah,
talk about this
we're gonna
later.
talk about that.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, you say 30 years later, and you have seen formats changes, technology changes, club
Hmm.
changes.
Yes.
You've seen generation changes, but
Hmm.
some things stay the same. I want you to start with music.
Hmm.
Now, my question to you, I think it's a good one, is you collected records for over 30 years. If you could choose only one record that represents who you are as a person, which record would that be and why?
Uh, that's crazy because thousands of records move through my hands, and I think for me, it's really hard to say. th- there must be one certain record which describes me as and my personality. I cannot tell that because I have my taste is like I have a big spectrum of genres which I really adore. Not even techno or electronic music, which also other stuff like disco music or whatever. But I can tell you what some of my favorite records of my lifetime are, or my evergreens is, for example, the Orbital Halcyon On and On, which I first hear in the movie The Hackers. It was a movie from the early 90s,
Right.
and this was kind of the first scene when the main character was sitting in the plane and
Uh,
was flying to New York, and this track came up, and I was like, now I get goosebumps when I think about that. You know, this is kind of really one of my favorite records. Or, for example, it's also Baby D, Let Me Be a Fantasy, a little bit cheesy to someone, but this was touching my heart, you know. Or Papua New Guinea by who was that? Who was the artist? Was it Future Sound of London?
Future Sound of London.
Yeah, Future Sound of London, Papua New Guinea. Yes, yes.
Papua New
Man, I'm
Guinea.
sorry. I'm a mea culpa.
Boom. Why? It's okay. It's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, because I forgot the name, man. But
Yeah.
those kind of
How many
records.
names? How many names? I forget a lot of names. So
Yeah, of course. Or you have a lot of Prodigy stuff, which I was
right,
totally into
right.
when I was a kid. There are plenty of stuff, you know. Or Depeche Mode, for example. Enjoy the Silence. This is one of those tracks which changed the whole synth pop thing for me. I mean, come on, I was really young, but I had my experiences, and so I'm thankful that we had such a great music to deal with back in the days.
That moments, yeah, those
In
moments are
that
special.
moment, yeah, it was really really cool. It wasn't that overloaded, you know, with stuff.
So you were always excited when those moments hit. It was just like and they
Yes,
stood.
absolutely. I can switch to exactly this time back in the days like this, and I close my eyes and I'm there. You know, it's like
Okay.
I love that time, really. I love that time. And I'm super thankful that I experienced all that in the 90s, and just got in this age where I wasn't allowed to go, but I did it anyway. Come on.
Mhm, mhm. Amazing. I
Yeah.
mean, well, that was a good try, and you did well. It was
Yeah.
difficult, but you did well. After 30 years in electronic music, you have
Hmm.
seen many different eras as well.
Hmm.
Some changes are exciting, some changes are difficult.
Hmm.
What changes have you found difficult to accept?
I think this is also really hard to say, but what I think is really difficult, that I mean, back in the days, the techno music. It was techno was the name of all the electronic music stuff and blah blah blah. And I think as soon as it turned in a commercial way, there were certain um, genres which were like it was like how do you say it in German? You say die Kuh melken, to milk the
To
cow.
milk the
You know,
hey, to
thing
milk the
like that.
cow. I like that
Yeah.
one.
So it was
That's
it
right
was
on
you
point.
you had this feeling, the people, the values sank. It was all
Hmm.
about the drop. It was all about
Hmm.
the stage. It was all about the lights and the
Okay.
fireworks and everything.
Got it.
I don't want to blame that. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to blame it. Everybody has to have his fun and everything's nice. But you had the feeling that a lot of this music, also today, is only used to function, and it lost kind of a lot of its soul and spirit, and it's only a pop uh, phenomenon, and that's pretty hard, pretty difficult to me. So, is that okay?
That's very well understood, and
Kind
you don't
of.
have.
So this was only one point, but
I'm not sure if you have to be sorry about that. I'm sure I've heard a lot of the
Mm,
experience. How milking functional is became the norm, and functional create these big festivals and packed, super packed, overloaded.
mhm. It's good. I mean, it's a nice show. It's also good. It's like a concert, but in the end, I mean, if you go to a concert, you have a band playing, you have a singer singing, you have some stuff going on, which is kind of which is a piece of art.
Right.
But these days, everything turned a little artificial. It's just like there's a woman or a guy standing doing the Jesus moves and doing nothing else, because you have the light show. It has to be exactly like the sound is happening, like the drops are happening, like the breaks are happening, and everything is completely 100% on point. And you can feel this is only a show with a recorded set most of the time, or couple of times. I don't know. I'm
I mean, that was a thing at one time, but it was exposed.
Mhm.
So it
Yeah,
was
it was just a lot of times. Yeah,
yeah,
sure.
it was exposed. But I
Yes.
think I understand. But I think if I look at it from the party goer that may not be as talented and educated as we were, because we were actually going on foot and ground and hands and foot
Hmm.
just to
Hmm. Hmm.
find music.
Hmm.
These people are just getting delivered music,
Yes,
a-
exactly.
right?
Hmm.
And I guess that could take a toll. But I think the I love it to say that I think that I'm happy that there's music for everybody. You don't have to like what everybody
No,
else.
come
Yeah,
on.
I think there's music for everybody. So that's okay for me. So if that's what you
Sure,
like, if you
sure.
like big breaks and re-filtered milking the cow music, then okay,
No, it's okay. It's
it's
as I said before. Don't get me wrong.
yeah.
I'm not blaming the people who like it, because if the people like it, everything's fine. Everything's absolutely fine. Everybody has to start, get in touch, to get the first touch with
I
electronic music or whatever, you know.
I like your point.
And after that,
I like
you
your
can
point.
decide in which direction you want to go. Some go back to rock music. Some are super hip hop fans. Some want to experience more minimal music, or want to experience the underground way. However, it's good, but but as we said, it's like milking the cow. About the big money. I mean, this wasn't the spirit of electronic music in the beginning. Of course, the more people listen to it, the more it happens, and you cannot
Electronic
stop it.
underground music.
Yeah, but there is what I like, because we don't want to talk only about the things which are difficult
Or negative. Yeah, negative. I
or
get it.
negative. So this is not a point. What I like is that there is still a wonderful underground scene, and there wouldn't be an underground if you don't have the commercial side, you know.
Oh, good
And
point. Good
yeah,
point
it
of
is.
view.
It
Good
is how
point
it
of view.
is, you know.
Good point of
We
view.
also call it in German
Good point of
"Trennt die
view.
Spreu vom Weizen."
Right on.
And the things always start in the underground, and then they are
From well,
going its way and finding the way to maybe to some commercial stuff. Or you cannot control that. If you're doing a good track and everybody loves it, everybody's going to listen to this commercial in the end. So it's not a bad thing.
my version of that was music from the street. This was
Hmm.
music from the ghetto, music from
Hmm.
studios, music from homes,
Hmm.
from
From home
producers that
studios,
yeah,
yeah,
they
from
weren't they
basements.
weren't out there, like they weren't out there in the commercial. Um, what still makes you excited about the future in this music?
It's actually the really really nice releases which are coming up these months and days in the last couple of years. There's a lot of good produced music going on. The only thing is that you need to dig longer and deeper because there are masses of music released every day,
Too much,
and
too
you,
much.
you you need to take more time to
More.
find the diamonds and the hidden gems.
Mm.
And what also where I can see that there is definitely a future is the network and the context which I'm making in the record store, because there are pretty young people coming and super interested in vinyl, super interested in really 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 deep electronic music. So the people are especially asking for really deep labels from back in the days also, which not even me knew them before, and then they asking for it, and I'm listening to it. I said, "What the fuck, man? How can you know this with 19, 20, 21?" So I mean, I'm almost 50 now, and it completely passed my life. So, and that's where I can see there are super interested people, and this is this has to be supported in different ways.
Okay.
You know, this has to be supported in different ways. And
Understand.
I'm super happy that the people are interested in this vinyl theme, because
Right.
it was too easy with a digital playing, for
Right.
example, if you didn't play vinyl
Vinyl
before.
before.
So this was a different start as we
Right.
had before.
Right.
But there are
Right.
also young people, they start with a vinyl
Yeah.
right now
Yeah.
instead of the digital.
Yeah.
They
They
got it the
start.
hard way.
Yeah. I mean,
Mhm.
they're starting with vinyl lifestyle is expensive, and it can be
Yes.
expensive. So, and playing with CD players, I don't care if you is how you play with CD players. I I
No.
watched I watched who was it, Kenny Larkin
Hmm.
play with, and he doesn't play them like
He
he's
plays
playing
them like an instrument.
turntable, yeah, like instruments. So
He
so
plays them like an instrument.
yeah,
This is
so
impressive, man.
right. So
Mhm.
I've had a couple of debates and discussions with younger folks that say, "Hey, look, we're born in this time. We don't give a shit about what you know. This is the tool we have. This is the tool we use. I really enjoy it. And I think
All good.
technology. Yeah,
Yes.
I love that. I love both. I will
Hmm.
never give up my vinyl, of course, but I love the to be able to adapt and to me it betters my skills from turntables to CD players, because I'm also using CD players like turntables, not like I try to.
Hmm.
And now the CD players are so sophisticated. At some point, you can scratch, yeah, you can beat match, you can do all these
You could
different
do
things,
everything,
but
and
but
it's in an easy way. Yeah.
you and I know we love vinyl,
Hmm.
and better yet, let's talk about also this next chapter of what you have grown. I guess it's one of your dreams, and that came true, and that's Nook Nook Records,
Yes, definitely.
right?
Really, a dream came true in this.
True, right?
And this might sound a little bit weird to some people, but as I was working in the gastronomy my whole life, and I always did my DJ thing. alongside because I need to earn some money, and with only DJing in clubs, that wasn't for surviving. And uh, when the lockdowns came up by the pandemic, I made a choice that I want to stop with the gastronomy, and that I want to concentrate or put all my effort in different types of music production, or either it's music production or DJing or um, renting sound systems or whatever. So there was a lot of stuff what I started, a couple of companies, and I started a school for sound engineering and everything, and I completely
Awesome.
changed my way to that. And uh, I was fighting through all that, and you have, it's not a lot of money, but it's worth every single minute, because I found myself in a really, really happy status, because finally I did something what I really loved. And then there was like a Christmas party with a label, Dance Patrol Records, where I released a couple of tracks, and we had a Christmas party with some artists. And my good friend and partner, Jonas, he was telling me, "Man, I have a room in Schwabing, in the Hohenzollernstraße, and I wanted to put my studio in, but it's absolutely not compatible to that. And what about you have a lot of records? What about making a little record store?" And I said, "Man, let's go for it." I was totally drunk, and he too. We were both
Good.
completely done, I tell you. And that was, we gave us shake hands.
Uh-huh.
8 months later, we had a record store. So we just did it. That was it. And that was a point. Okay, take the risk, go for it, and take the next step. And so it was kind of a hobby, and now it turned into a full-time job, I would say.
Mhm.
So because there's a lot of nice things happen also through this record store. You're doing a good of networking, um, a lot of networking. I'm sorry, and good contacts, and you find new friends, and everybody's interested in music, and you have a lot of really, really good talks with the people.
Good conversations, right?
Good
Come up.
conversations,
Come.
and it's
Mm-mm-mm.
let's have a beer, let's have a coffee, let's talk about this jazz record or this techno
Mm-mm.
record or whatever, this label and so on. And um, yeah, it's every day is kind of a step further, a step ahead. How do you say that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Step ahead. Yeah.
step ahead. Yeah, and yeah, we're doing our best to keep this thing running and to keep this thing alive. And it's a nice, how do you say Belohnung? It's a nice gift.
A gift.
It's a nice gift if you see how the people recognizing you, how the
Hmm.
people see you
It's
more
a
every
pleasure.
day,
It's a
and
pleasure. Yeah.
and they respect all your work. It's a
Mm-mm.
pleasure,
Yeah.
and so that's what makes me really, really happy.
Okay.
And you can see that the work and the effort you put in, it's worth it
It's
every
worth it.
single minute.
Okay. Uh-huh.
And this is how my lifetime dream,
Hmm.
which I had when I met you the first time in the in
Right.
the in the Container
Hmm.
Records,
Hmm.
became reality right now, and
Hmm.
I'm super happy about that.
I mean, that's basically faith, risk, and vision. And they also build. You
And
also
a lot of
somehow.
sake, a lot
Yeah,
of sake
yes,
and
and you're
beer.
somehow building a nice community for yourself.
Mm.
Many people say vinyl is coming back. You decided to the build, a business around vinyl. Um, Now, betting on vinyl when the world is betting on streaming, that's a is vinyl back as far as you're concerned now that you got Nook Nook Record? What is your experience so far?
My experience is that I mean, let's see it like that. If I play somewhere and I pull out a record instead of touching the CDJ or whatever, um, the people who are standing in front of you, they start looking and they start like, what the fuck? You're a real DJ. You play vinyl. And I said, yeah, I mean,
I
I
mean,
grew up with that.
I mean, vinyl would be.
This was, yeah. You got an SMS right now. What is
Yeah.
that? Come on.
Vinyl. I mean, they make it seem like vinyl
Yeah,
CD
it's like
players and
wow, the
before
Heilige
vinyl. It's like,
Gral, whatever. And so for me, it's something completely normal. But when I saw these reactions, so this gave me a lot of how do you say mood, braveness, of
yeah, yeah.
yeah, of
Got a
faith in yeah,
confidence
of the
and faith. Yeah.
confidence. Yes, gives me a lot of confidence. Okay, man, jetzt erst recht. Let's do
Let's
it
go.
now.
Let's
You
do it.
know,
Yeah.
let's go. Let's do
Let's
this
go.
with a record store,
Mm.
because it's not only for putting up a show. You know, you have a completely different relationship to the music, to the DJ set. If you play some records, you're completely focused on the transition, on what you are doing, which knobs you are touching, and so on and so on. You don't have the time, like, I mean, you set up a transition with the digital stuff. You put both records on 125 and they're running. It's good. And if you do it with vinyl, you're completely focused in something. And I like the point that a lot of young talented guys, girls, boys, um, just want this kind of feeling and this relationship to the music and to the DJ sets they're playing. And this is something which is motivating me, um, to get as much people as I can in touch with vinyl, and to think about starting it if
Is
they
that
don't
not?
do it
Is
any.
that's not for just selling records? Is it?
And no, it's, I
Okay.
mean,
It's for the
I'm not
love.
I'm not
It's for the love.
earning, really not earning any kind of money with that.
You
It's a
just explained this.
passion.
Yeah, you explained the satisfaction that you get from.
Yeah, it's a passion, and it's a kind of experience what you give to the younger generations,
Yeah.
and to give them this feeling what we had
Okay.
back in those golden ages. Everybody calls it the golden ages or whatever. We had a good time back then, but
Yeah.
today is also a very good time. But in the end, you have to dig deeper, and
So now
I
we have to
think
dig. Now you're saying now we have to dig deeper now
yes, yes,
because
definitely.
there's so much more DJs, and you could how do you diversify yourself from the next guy? I mean, with so many DJs playing more
I mean,
than ah, it's
every
amazing. So
every
so that's why when you said dig, you have to keep digging deeper.
yeah, it's kind of, you need to search for the music. You need to. There is a lot of really good quality music happening. Very good vinyl releases, and you need to make the decision if you pay like 15-20 euros for a record. Yeah, you need to make the decision, because it's somebody say it's expensive, but in the end you change your money into vinyl, and you have the worth of the vinyl. But if you put on a 60 euro download folder, and you delete your folder, your music is gone. Okay, you can download it again, but you don't have anything in your hands which has a worth or something.
Substance, yeah.
You have a collection, all good, all fine, but it's only data. But if you buy some vinyl, you have something which is worth. And if you want to get rid of this vinyl, you just sell it again, and you have the money back.
A lot of
Sometimes
the
you can sell
vinyls
it
get,
for even
yeah.
more money that you spend for it.
They say a lot of the vinyls getting digitized now, though.
Yeah,
Lots,
it's also good.
almost
Yes,
everything.
yes, it's good. It's
That's
fine. That's fine.
I think it's crazy, but that's the way. That's the access to the music. Can you imagine some of the producers that have released years and years ago that never made money off their music and now being rediscovered again? It's amazing.
Yeah, it's totally cool, because good music doesn't have a
Time
expiration
limit,
date.
yeah,
It's
expiration
it's
date,
like
yeah.
it's good music will always be good music. And you never know when it pops up. You never
Yeah.
know.
Never know. Yeah.
I mean, if it comes from the heart, as a producer or whatever,
Yeah.
you do
Yeah.
something. You
Yeah.
do some whatever, like a tech house track with some kind of trance pads and whatever saw wave, keine Ahnung, which seems totally weird, and you
Yeah.
cannot categorize it into a certain genre,
Yeah.
and you have it, and it's kind of nobody wants to listen it, but 20 years later, it's that shit.
Yeah, it's the
No,
shit. Yeah,
everybody wants this fucking record, and it turns like 200 euros or whatever.
that's crazy.
So this is really crazy.
Getting to that resale part. Let's talk about Discogs a little bit.
Yes.
Discogs and record stores. Discogs completely changed the way people buy records. Today, you search almost any record, see the price, and you buy it instantly. Do you think that Discogs helps record stores and collectors, or did it change the experience of digging for music?
I can only say positive things about Discogs, for my opinion. So I can only say positive things because it's a platform. It's like Facebook for records, man. It's this one website, this one platform where you can find whatever you are looking for. And you don't need to use Discogs for selling records or for buying records. You can use Discogs for we say in German it's katalogisieren, for putting your collection in and to see what is the worth of your collection in the end. And
So it's very
for me, it's
helpful.
also I buy a lot of records over Discogs, and it's a wonderful platform for me to find music. I mean, every record store has also a Discogs link, and you can check the different genres. You can check the different prices. You can check the how do you say the status of the how it's graded. If they say this record is a VG, but it's plays like a VG plus, I'm gonna buy it. Why not?
Record stores, though, not
The
someone,
record
not a
stores, yeah.
person. Okay, good.
Yes. I also dig a lot of Discogs through Discogs on the record store links, and also check the new stuff. I'm checking the old stuff, the used stuff, and because if I want to get into some different genres, it's for me super helpful, because if I see, for example, a nice record on Instagram, because I'm following a lot of vinyl influencers on Instagram, which is super nice. The guys have wonderful tastes most of the time, and you can check on Discogs, and okay, you have this record maybe in Hungary somewhere, and it's a good price, or it's the last copy. I'm gonna buy it, and I can buy it directly when I'm laying in bed. And for me, it's a super nice thing. And the other thing is going to record stores to dig through the crates and to check new music, to talk to the sellers. And so if they have something new, I'm always happy if they give me some advice or whatever, and to present me some new stuff. And that's exactly what I want to do to my customers. So always when I get some new records or whatever, I
Yeah.
say, hey, this one is good. Check this one,
Yeah.
and to try to give them what they want to hear, or what why they are coming to this record store, that
Uh,
they have um, the right records right away.
can people still discover something unexpected today? A lot of stuff unexpected as far as you. I know you did a lot of used record sales, right?
I must apologize. I need to connect my cell phone. It's getting out of battery right now. I'll
Okay,
take
good,
you for 1 second.
good. Walk us through. Ooh, you can
Yeah.
still you can walk and talk if you want.
So no, I just need some battery right now.
Yeah, you could still walk and talk. It's okay.
I
It's
hope I'm
live,
not
not
annoying
Memorex,
anyone with
baby.
my bullshit here.
Uh, can
So
people
there we go. Do we have pause?
can people still discover something? unexpected today in your record store? I mean, I know you,
Um,
like I said, I know you sell a lot of used records and collections like Michael Rainbow and a lot of other, and that's a very in thing right now, of course,
yeah.
because it's the newer stuff. It's I guess it's not as hyped or as frequently distributed at the moment, or as much as
Uh,
the
no,
used record,
it was.
as much as used records.
So I would say the main part, which we did in the last 2 years, was used and pre-loved records. So we bought a lot of collections from people who want to get rid of their vinyl because they need space for the kids or they need space for studios or whatever. And there are a lot of. What's going on here? My time's over.
No, that means they're giving up selling the records for the studios or something. Ah, that's wrong. That's bonkers, man.
Yeah, but no, come on. I can understand. If I mean,
Mhm.
you need a lot of money for studio equipment and for good speakers and whatever, and so you need to get this really fast, and to, some people they don't like to play vinyls anymore, or they have no relationship or a tight bond to their records anymore, and so they want to get rid of it. And this is, I
Mhm.
mean, this is okay. And if they say, hey, man, you got a record store, this is the best we can do is to sell it to you to you can make other people happy with my old records,
Mhm.
and that's the point. and
Mhm. Mhm.
and there are so many. I mean, we can go back for 35 years, 40 years of electronic music history, and you will always find something new, even if it's 40 years old. There's so many good things out there,
Mhm.
and there is no limit, man.
Mhm.
This is crazy.
Do you think prices online and hype around certain records have changed the way DJs and collectors look at music?
No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that
No,
because you have also a lot of really good records which are
Mhm.
under €5. And
That's true.
I had an order like for with almost 50 records now, and every single record was under €5.
Mhm.
Every single record. It was a big box which I about which I packed today, and there is. I mean, the high prices are for the collectors. If I What I also do, I also have one record, what I have in my wish list or my want list, where I say, okay, I pay over €100 for that. For example, the next one is going to be from Prodigy, Music for the Jilted Generation. It was my favorite album of the Prodigy, and I'm going to buy it either if it
Mhm.
costs 150 or €200. I want to have it, and in a good condition. And that's kind of, you know, I want to have it, and this goes right to my collection, to my shelves in the living room, and it's nice for me to have when I come when I wake up in the morning and I do my coffee. I put on a nice record, and I know, hey, this is my collection right now, and I paid like €100 for it, and I'm super proud of it.
Cool.
So
Yeah, I mean, that's you can go out and for an evening and spend for yeah, okay, a dinner for over or a bottle of wine, a couple of bottles of wine for
yes.
that, and it's gone.
Yeah, but it's not really gone. But because if it was a good bottle of wine, an expensive wine, you have a good memory. You had a good wine. You
That's a
know it.
memory, all right, but that memory is not in your shelf.
Yeah, that's okay. But if you
I
have a good time, if
could
I
go
have a
play
good
it
time
again.
with my
Great.
wife, spending a lot of money for a good dinner, it's the moment. I cannot compare this to a record.
Um,
You know what I want to say?
yeah, I get it. That's just me. That's just
Yeah.
me teasing.
Mm,
That's just me teasing.
but
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of spending if I want a certain record and I'm waiting for it and there is only one left or whatever, and I say to myself, okay, you gotta buy this one because this is one missing piece in your collection, I'm gonna get it, and that's it. As soon as it not cost like hundreds and hundreds of euros, as long as I can afford it, for sure, for sure. I'm not a millionaire or whatever, but I'm a collector, and in the end, if I want something, I try my best to buy it, and I try to make the best decision. It's always the wrong decision, but I make it. I need it, man. I'm addicted. Come on.
In the record stores, I know. I'm gonna briefly, and then we're gonna get away from the topic of Nook Nook because
Okay.
I want to get to the 2-year anniversary.
Yes.
Conversations and communications at the record stores have always been quite amazing.
Yes.
And I wanted to know when people come into Nook Nook Records, not only to buy records, they also come to spend time and connect.
Yes.
Why do you think that happens?
Because um, it's a spot. It's a connecting point of people who are riding the same horse. Who are going in the same direction, and you know, it's kind of it's a thing about passion, the collecting the records, DJing with a vinyl, and so on and so on. And if you build the trust as a seller and a customer, um, there you become, most of the time you become friends as well, with the customers. And then it's not about buying records, it's also about hanging around and drinking a beer, ordering a pizza, as we did a little party a couple of weeks ago with some friends. I mean, they have nothing to do with DJing or with they don't even have a turntable at home or whatever, but they visited, they wanted to see, hey, what are you doing, and how's it running? This is
That's
pretty
awesome.
cool.
That's
It's a
pretty cool,
nice
man.
vibe, it's you coming to a record store, and it's
Good for
it's
you.
a nice vibe, and we ordered pizza. We ended up drinking two trays of beer, and
Nice.
it was totally drunk,
Beautiful.
and it was super fun, and it was a nice thing, and they connected each other because there was also some DJs. Since in the end we were like 8 or 9 people in the shop, and you know how big my shop is, like 8 square meters. Come on, it's nothing. Yeah.
It's good. That, you know what? That's a very unique thing, and I guess that's also what creates great intimate
Mhm.
situations. And um, briefly explain to us what an advantage that is or a disadvantage to have such a small shop.
Um, I start with a disadvantage. I would love to have more genres, and I would love to present more music to the people. And this is a space issue. I have no space for presenting a lot of records. So I want present a lot more records as I can do in my shop. And so this is a space issue. Um, the other thing is I have a bad internet connection, but okay, that's another point. Um, the good thing is you always have the feeling you're coming to a friend's place, and you can listen loud. You have a drink, or you can always have a tea or a coffee or a beer or water or something, because I want to keep it like in a really friendly way. And it's always, for the people, it's always like they're coming in, so wow, how cute is that? It's super small, and what the heck, what a super nice what you pull out of this little chamber. So how can you make stuff? What was the point? Where did this idea came from? And I said, okay, it was sake. I was drunk, but okay. And And no, this is you're completely. I mean, if you have two customers, we're completely connected. The
Okay, super.
customers are connected. We have
Mhm,
only
mhm,
two turntables.
mhm,
One has to listen by headphones, and
mhm.
the other customer can listen loud. And the people are showing the records to themselves. I don't have to do much because they start working together.
Yeah, okay.
So
Mhm, mhm.
and
Okay, yeah.
this is a nice connection, and it's very familiar. It's very close,
Mhm.
and this is what it's about. This little store, and this is what gives it a certain character and a charm. And
Very
that's
cool.
very beautiful, and I
Okay.
love that.
Okay,
This is really really nice.
very cool. We
Yeah.
happy. We have about 10 more minutes left, so I'm gonna get
Yes.
rush through these wonderful moments that about to
Hmm.
occur.
Yes.
Um, Tell us about how excited you are for the Nook Nook 2 year anniversary.
Oh yes, I'm super excited and I'm super happy that we
Break it
have
down.
such an amazing lineup with Alessander, with Chad Rubbs, Markus Klose, old friend of mine, DJ Dubs, really upcoming collector and DJ, and Jorginho Joao, which is also good friend, music genius, technic genius, and Jonas Gottlieb, my partner in crime with a record store. We're all playing and celebrating 2 years. Come on, this is super nice to us, and we're super happy that we survived uh, in such difficult times. And what I'm really, really thankful is also to our landlords, the Funk Optik, because they give us the opportunity to work in peace and very good neighbors and. To get this thing to keep this thing alive, and they're
Yeah.
really really best landlords ever, and I'm super excited about our customers and our guests. Come over, let's have some beers together, let's celebrate the 2 years anniversary. It's going to be amazing.
Well, I'm totally looking forward to it.
Hmm.
I don't know what
And you, of course, you're
yeah,
playing as well. Come
the
on, I'm
DJ
so
time.
sorry.
What was I gonna say? What kind of sound? With all these guys you have,
Hmm.
all these different personalities. What are you
Hmm.
expecting?
I'm
You
expecting
know
a
them all. That's you selected them all.
Yes,
So what
yes.
do you,
It's gonna be a wonderful range of different types of house music. Either it's a little minimal, either it's some Chicago, some deep house, some Detroitish stuff, way to the techno stuff in the later hours. We're completely open. This lineup is curated by us because everyone can explain beziehungsweise uh,
express themselves out on anything?
express himself,
Mhm.
in what he loves to play most. It's not,
Okay,
we don't have a
that's
kind
kind
of
of
a
cool.
Vorgabe what you have to play. So
Play.
it's, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
And the, let's give shout out to Andre for making it possible for you to have your 2 year
Oh yes,
anniversary at
oh yes.
at at the club Xolo.
Xolo, yes.
Xolo. Tell us how you guys came together and how much this means for you to start something like this at this particular time, and tell the people what they can expect with this location. What is the agenda for it all?
um First of all, I want to thank Andrea for giving or take this risk and chance and giving us as Knock Knock Records this opportunity to curate and take care of the music program for this club, to help this project with the curation of this music. And he caught me almost immediately when he showed me his presentation with the decorations, with the light and sound system, with a look of the club. And I said, man, this could be something really nice. I mean, you're in the center of the city, kind of the center of the city. It's in Leopoldstraße, but you're directly at the U-Bahn. You have a nice terrace. You have no neighbors, and that was several points where I just said, "Oh man, now rata rata, my ideas are coming," and this could be a nice playground for the creative youngs and the older generations to put them together, to get to inspire themselves, to inspire each other, to build new networks and to listen to a lot of music. And what you can expect from this club is a very nice light system, and soon a very nice and cozy terrace with a wonderful sound system as well outside, which we can use because we have no neighbors, and you can play with bass, which is really rare in
Rare.
the city, you know. And this can be an absolute hidden gem. It can be an absolute diamond, you know, a treasure to have a location which has no neighbors, and you can play music, you know, and don't need to watch like, oh, is somebody, the police coming or whatever. So it's not, you know, you can play till 10, 11 on the outside, and then you switch inside the club. And my friend Jonas Holzapfel, he was measuring all the sound system. It sounds super nice with the chest bump bass, and it's really cool, and it's super beautiful to listen to the good music on such a nice sound system. And
Man, I mean,
yeah,
okay, I
yeah,
understand. Remember, I mean, I'm really excited for you guys, and I'm
yes,
also
yes,
the the vibe in that space will be beautiful. It's not too big and it's not too small. This is wonderful,
mm-hmm,
and I really love that. And what the bartender, she's such a amazing person,
mm-hmm,
and she's makes everyone feel, you know, good, and she's always there for to serve everybody, and she
yeah,
just
it's
seems to,
cats.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just amazing. So it's going to be exciting to see where this club takes, and some of the interest that I've been getting on the side too has been a wonderful thing. So kudos to both of you guys for seeing having this vision and taking on people and DJs that and letting them feel free to deliver music to the people that comes from their soul rather than being people coming in the club dictating what the music's supposed to be like.
Uh-huh.
I think that's a wonderful theme, and that means picking the right guys to do what they do is also
Exactly, exactly.
and bringing those personalities these personalities together and letting shall I say, the residents kind of feel what needs to be done at any given moment when the times are either good or when the times are bad,
Yeah,
and that big support for those is what is needed. I think again, huh?
yeah,
How,
of course,
yeah.
of course. I mean,
Since you're booking, what do you look for?
I'm looking for good music selectors, for people who are no, actually, another way. It's a question of the community, you know. And what I want with a booking is to strengthen the community around this vinyl thing. But also, it's not only vinyl. Don't get me wrong. It's also digital playing. Everything is set up for both types of DJs. And but it's this community thing to strengthen the community in Munich, in the region,
Right.
invite people from the region as well,
Okay.
make new connections,
Okay.
try to get the residents to get also to the other clubs, and so
Mm,
on and so on.
I
To
kind of like this intimacy, to be honest with you. I kind of like
yeah.
this intimate thing, you know.
Hmm.
That's pretty cool. So it's yet to see. And everyone you've selected have good taste, and I'm sure you have good taste. You know what you're doing. So kudos to you on that one. Um, let's talk about your legacy.
Okay.
Old man Alta, as we close this out.
Yeah.
We talked about records, clubs, businesses, and
Hmm.
community.
Hmm.
But at the end of the day, it's really about what remains, the things people remember. when people talk about Häppy and NOK NOK Records many years from now, what do you hope they remember?
I would say I hope they keep me in mind as a nice record seller, connector, and a lovely person. That's all about.
Mhm.
I mean, you can do a lot of things in life, but always stay nice,
That's it.
humble,
Right.
and respectful to others, and that's all about.
Cool. I agree.
No rivalries or whatever. We need to get this.
Need some love in this. Keep the
Yeah, you
love.
need.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's a lot
the
of
times are
negative.
really difficult
Yeah.
these days
Thank
with
you.
a lot of things going on in the world, and um, I try to have
Do it.
a beautiful space, to create a beautiful space for my friends, for partners, for whoever. So, and that's all about to have a good time with the people you're spending time with,
Mhm.
and to stay positive,
Mhm.
and always looking forward to have to be respectful and humble
Mhm.
to other
Wonderful.
individuals.
Wonderful. Is
Yeah.
is this part of your creation roots? Because you're very hospitable, and you customer service and that balance. But you really have this in you. I noticed. Is that part of creation
No,
roots?
I wouldn't say so. It's I mean, as I mentioned before, I was working. I come from a gastronomy
Yeah,
family. We had
exactly.
hotels,
That's
we
what I'm
had
talking about.
restaurants, and everything. And I grew up with that. I was carrying plates when I was 11. I started this and always spent my time in restaurants and in the kitchen. My dad is a chef, and he was a chef when he used to work back in the days.
Ah, humble
And it was
beginnings.
always like this family restaurants and so on. And
Get
I
it?
learned a lot of him from him because he was also this kind of how do you say that? Like, he catched the people with his charm, and so I learned
You
a
sure
lot of
did.
him, and I took the best things out of that. And but in a certain point I needed to stop this gastronomy because I was completely burned, by this job, and
It's a
I
lot of
didn't want
work.
to do it anymore.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
It was over. Sometimes you
Yeah,
have a point in life when say now it's game over, now you need to change something,
yeah.
now you need to go another path or whatever. And so now I took the best stuff from the gastronomy and pair it with this how do you say, with this Einzelhandel. Okay, hard to say in English for me. Yeah, it's I put all the good stuff into the record store, and I want the people and the customers to have a great time when they come, and to leave the shop happy if they buy something or not. So,
Mm,
with a smile. They always have to go with a smile.
right on. With
And
that
so that's
said,
how I want the people to keep me in mind.
okay, keep
Yeah.
you in mind.
And as a good DJ for sure.
Mhm. And for a wisecracker and a joker and a funny,
Yes, for a
he's
fun
always
guy
got
and
me.
a
This
clown and
this guy's
and
always
a
got me
super
laughing.
party junk and yeah.
Happy,
But
Happy. Thank you so much for sharing your story.
hey,
And ciao
have a
for
good
now.
night. Thanks, Josh, for the technical support.
Yeah.
Yeah, wonderful.
Bye bye.
Do I get
Ciao.
a jingle right now?
Yes, it's coming.
Applause.
Thank you for spending
Yay!
time with us. Decisive podcast series live by Robert Ingram, co-hosted
Ciao,
by
ciao.
Jonas.